All right, y'all, welcome back. Brother Talk TV, episode 4. I'm Lou, your one and only, the best to ever do it, host.
Welcome back to Brother Talk TV. This brother man Fink, your favorite host. I'm back.
Jay Millie. I think I see my name in the comments a little bit more than him, but hey, we're gonna go how we gonna go. Let people feel good today.
Hell yeah. All right, so today we're gonna talk about, since we in the new year and things like this, we want to talk about why do people bring their old baggage, which is things that was holding them back in 2025 or in the previous year. What causes people to bring it into the following year and not make that adjustment? So I'm gonna open this topic up with Jamie Lou right here.
I feel like that people don't know how to leave baggage. That's why they bring it with them. They don't know how to let go. A lot of people don't know how to let go. And that's a lot of people, the youth problem, the younger generation coming up. They don't know how to let go of things, especially when it's not beneficial to them. They don't know how to let go. People get emotionally attached to things and don't know how to let go, even though that's the best thing to do. So I feel like that's why people bring old baggage with them, is because they don't know how to let go of the baggage. So, I mean, we're not therapists or anything of that profession, but we're going to give y'all some ways or things to think about to where if you feel like you are bringing old baggage, how to let go. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be an easy process, especially if different feelings are involved or emotions or whatever the case may be. That this baggage can mean anything, a person, something, a group of people. It can be anything, but you gotta learn how to let go. That's my advice. You gotta learn how to let go. Once people get that down, then I feel like old baggage won't be as much of a problem as it is now, because you know you know how to let go. And people be like, New Year, New Week, but you still got the same baggage. So you ain't changed nothing but the date and the time. So I feel like, you gotta learn how to let go.
What do you think about that?
Before I even talk about that, I was just going to ask him, so what is some of the things that you think that people can do to learn how to let go?
Well, I mean, I feel like one thing that people can do is, start looking at the reasons why it became baggage in the first place.
Yes, sir.
So once you get to that point, that realization of why it became baggage, then you gotta realize how is it affecting you in your everyday life. Because you can only do so much as a person, but you just gotta look at all the facts and go from there. Don't make an impulsive decision because of something that's happening, or you're feeling this type of way right now. Kind of think about it, but put the good and the bad together, and whichever one outweighs how go with your baggage. But like I said, if it's baggage in the first place, then it's already bad.
Yeah.
There's nothing good is baggage.
Yeah, for sure.
Unless it's some money in the bag, but that's
Yeah, that's a different type of
yeah,
bag.
yeah, well,
You feel
yeah.
me? So, I really ain't got nothing too much to add on to that, bro. It's like at the end of the day, um, just to kind of be vulnerable here and open it up a little bit to show us a different side of Lou here. You feel me? I feel like that even from my own personal experience, me carrying on my baggage from previous years, whatever that baggage may be, it's probably a simple fact that you gotta just, you feel me? You gotta look in the mirror and accept yourself for who you are, and be like we said in a previous episode about that discipline and understanding that it's about self love at the end of the day. So it's really, if do you love yourself enough to let go of the baggage, or do you don't love yourself, or you love that baggage more to keep holding on to it? You know what I'm saying? So
You gotta love yourself more
than anything, really, you gotta
Yeah.
be, you gotta
Yeah,
be
love
really
yourself
you gotta
more.
become selfish, because at the end of the day, it's really when it comes all down to it, the only person that you're gonna be stuck with for the rest of your life is yourself, bro. So at the end of the day, you gotta be able to make those decisions and cut certain things off in order to be happy with yourself. Because sometimes you try to, even if we talk about in a relationship, you try to make the next motherfucker happy. That don't mean that's gonna make you happy. You know what I'm saying? So even if you got a fucking bad, excuse my language, mom. But even if you got a bad habit and you love that habit more, you basically saying that you love that habit more than yourself, and you letting yourself down. So it's really all about being disciplined and being selfish in a way. I feel like that, and that's something that I'm trying to work on this year. And regardless of whatever it may be, I'm trying to just work on that and have more love for myself and pour more into my own cup. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure. Thank
Maybe it's in the interview. Thank you. It's in the interview, but I'm glad you can get that out. Yeah.
Yes, sir. It felt good to let that off my chest, bro.
These are brothers they talk. We ain't from Philly, but it's brotherly city, brotherly love here. We still brotherly love here. But yeah, no, I mean, it's all about being vulnerable, but you also gotta assess the situation. I mean, it's all the situation. You gotta assess everything every day. Like you don't want to bring in the same traumas that you dealt with yesterday into the following day because it's just doing nothing but make everything miserable. So really, it's all about assessing the situation and assessing how you should go forward with the situation.
Yes, sir.
Because as you want to grow in life, you cannot grow with basically you cannot grow with neutralizer in the situation, which is trying to kill what's kind of trying to prevail. So you can't do that things like that. So you want to make sure you assess the situation and make calculated, educated risks, not something that is proven to be faulty, something that's proven to be non beneficial to you or to the movement, right? Yeah. So whenever you're dealing with things like that, you want to make sure that everything is all going in the same direction, it's trending the same way. Now, you always got something that sets you back. A setback is not something you should always assess, but if it's the same kind of setback, then therefore it's a pattern that they're creating or it's creating, and therefore you got to exterminate it before it becomes terminal. That's my personal opinion, and that's how I conduct myself. And I feel like if people conducted themselves like that, they wouldn't have such a bad situation and a bad aura or bad people around them because they already assessed what they needed to do and they made certain things happen for them to better their life. So that's my 2 cents on the dollar.
I think that anything that's gonna be good for you is always ultimately gonna be a little challenging. And you have to do that. You have to get over that. You have to get over that hardship in order to get to the end of the road, the finish line that's gonna be good for you. Something that's gonna be
one thing that I say is that yeah, it's gonna start off challenging, but that challenging piece, whatever it may be, should not last forever.
Yes, it won't last forever.
You should, if it's good for you, yeah. But if it's not, them same problems will keep occurring, and you won't get nowhere.
Yeah,
it's like, running 5 miles on a treadmill. You ran, but you didn't go nowhere.
Yeah,
you still right there. You moving, but you ain't moving.
But you probably one step closer to your goal that you're trying to reach. If it's like, say, for instance, it's a weight loss journey, you run 5 miles, you do that consistently every day. Each day, you might be losing some calories. You're gonna be losing some weight. Eventually, you're gonna get to your goal.
I think you misunderstood that point there.
I did.
It was basically saying like running 5 miles on a treadmill and running 5 miles outside.
Yeah,
you get the same 5 miles.
Yes, sir.
But when you're outside, you're moving. You're going somewhere.
Oh, okay.
The scenery changes.
Yeah. Okay.
But on the treadmill, you ain't moving.
Yeah.
You're moving, but you ain't going nowhere.
Oh, okay.
So the progress is the same, but the outcomes are different. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
All right.
That's what I was trying to.
You mouth over here. You finally started to make sense, bro. Episode 4, he started to talk more.
He didn't pick up what I was putting down.
I got you now.
I'm just saying,
I got you.
So,
Jay Millie over here actually.
You got
some gems right now, huh?
I've been around the sun many times, man. I done did it. Back in my day, in these types of things, these brothers talk, it's one of the reasons we started is to give out some of our input, because everybody can use advice.
Yeah.
We just giving them a little bit here and there. That's all we doing. You know what I'm saying? None of this is factually proven, but it worked for us, wherever they may be. Trying to give y'all some gems that we had. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't got nobody to talk to.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody ain't got to, but also you could just use our stuff just as basically
foundation.
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 And then you use that to tweak it on your own thing and make it your own way to make it
build what you want to be.
Yeah, yes, sir.
I mean, I guess so. I mean, I get the treadmill methodology, but a lot of people look for instant gratification. So therefore, when you're talking about if you're running on a treadmill 5 miles, you have to assess: are we getting the same progression? Because some progression is not instantly seen.
Yeah.
So therefore, you get different scenery, or you may have the same scenery if you're on a treadmill, but different scenery if you're running outside. Correct. But if you have the different scenery, but you're not picking up what you're seeing, or accurately depicting what you're seeing,
Yeah.
and bringing it in, then it's no good.
Pointless.
But at the same time, it all goes down to how you or a person need the how a person needs to assess the situation, how they need it for them to obtain the information, obtain what they need to progress. See, a lot of people too busy trying to look at how another person progresses and how like that's like he may progress 4 or 5 times faster than me, and then I look at him and then I start getting all sad and shit like that because I'm not progressing as fast as he is. But you gotta understand, everybody's progression is different. Like so, like say he intellectually a little smarter in the books in school and stuff like that. I might be a little bit more smarter here. He might be a little bit smarter there. But you can't look at what everybody else is doing and think, oh, I should be doing that. I should be able to do that. You need to stay in your lane and go your path. Because at the end of the day, your greatness is not based off another person. His greatness is not based off me. Yeah. His greatness is based off his life journey, not my life journey.
Because ultimately, you got to think about it. God created everybody different.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? And everybody might have different purposes in life.
And then at the end of the day, you know, if he's doing something and I feel like, oh, I want to do that too, instead of being jealous, you can just have a conversation with him. You know, hey, I see you progressing in this point. I'm trying to do that too. How give me some advice or something. Yeah. A lot of people are too
prideful, really.
Yeah, they have too much pride to ask for advice
or help.
Help. Yeah. Help is the main thing because they don't want nobody in their business. But I mean, I feel like, you know, do what's best for you. If you feel like asking nobody for help is going to help you, then help yourself. But don't let your pride get in the way of getting knowledge. I mean, we don't all take our time, our free time, and go through the same thing or look at the same thing or read the same thing. So he might have seen something that I never even seen. And just me talking about it might have sparked something in his head. Like, dang, I did read that yesterday, and tell me something that I probably needed to hear but didn't know that he knew. You know, So just be open to get advice and to hear some words from other people. Because, you know, like the saying is, you know, you hang around 9 broke people, you're going to be the 10th one. That's true.
So, and I also want to say just to spin off of this, I want to say like just even with like social media and people use it, like now that social media is a really big old thing, bro. People, you see what they see on social media and try to compare it to their own life. Like, bro, 9 out of 10 times the stuff you see on social media ain't real. No. People just they want to portray that image. So you think like, oh, this person the same age as me, but they got all this and that. They doing this and doing that, and I can't even get close to doing that. At the end of the day, once that camera go off, you know what their life consists of. You know what I'm saying? And your life might be 10 times better than that, and they just trying to do that just to chase clout or something like that, bro. So you know what I'm saying? Just off that, don't let what you see depict on how your life is, or don't make it feel like you a loser or a failure in life. Because at the end of the day, everybody got the same 24 hours. You just gotta go make use of the best use of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, everybody got the same 24 hours. You know, he might have used 12 of his 24 to do something, and you used 2, and you wonder why his position is better than yours because he's put more time. Just like this podcast, you know, if we didn't put no effort into it, just slap whatever, put whatever, then it would just be like, man, why are y'all doing this?
Yeah.
But, you know, we're actually putting an effort into it to make the episode before
better than
the next. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny that you speak of that because I feel like that when we first started, that's what we was doing.
Yeah, now you can see the process.
We was just throwing it up there, just it's basically something to do. But now we kind of, you know, we take pride and try to do this and try to grow the channel, Real Talk TV, and all our supporters because we love y'all, bro, for real.
Yeah, I'm almost there to the giveaway.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna try to win, or I'm gonna have somebody close to me put in on it.
Keep subscribing and keep showing love. We really appreciate it, and don't forget that giveaway. We're gonna talk about the giveaway until we get to the giveaway, baby.
It'll be almost there. I mean, 25-30% more. I don't know. I'm not good with numbers like that. I know how to count to 10.
I mean, because we getting the views, and some people that's viewing our stuff ain't subscribed. So just hit the subscribe button. You gonna watch the next episode anyway. You might as well just subscribe.
And it's free.
Yeah.
So I mean, this leads me to the next topic. Why do people feel like they don't want to support people on the come up, but once they're there, they want to act like they've been there?
I was there with you this whole time.
But they never. But you can see that they never supported you in a genuine way. Like they might like say for instance like our podcast, right? Before we had any subscribers, when we was just putting it out there and just hoping people just watch it or use it type of situation. Like we had nobody that support, that just came out there and like this. Then when we start getting some traction, you got people that you see on a day to day basis, or even frequently, periodically, whatever the case may be. They see you. They don't talk about the podcast, or they might say something about the podcast or something like that. Or you might tell me, yeah, I just dropped the podcast, and then they be like, oh yeah, I know, I heard about it. But then you ask me, did they watch it? No, I didn't get around to it, right? But then at the same time, you see them sitting there watching somebody they don't know all the way in California or all the way in Sacramento or whatever, watching their podcast, it could be talking about something similar to what we're talking about. But then if we were to shoot up and we start to have 20, 30,000 subscribers, we're getting booked here, we're going to Cali, we're going to Atlanta, we're going to Miami, we're going to these places, then everybody that's close to you that didn't support you because they didn't believe in your dreams, they didn't believe in you, they didn't want to take that journey with you. Yeah. It's something that's a free journey, right? You don't got to put no nothing other than, or if you see us post it, just share it, or you like it. But the thing is that a lot of people did not support people that's around them because they scared that we're going to be competition to them. Except we're not competition, and they don't see it as we can help each other grow. But no, they don't want to see you grow. They want to be the one winning, and they don't want to reach back. A lot of people don't reach back when they get up, and they don't think we're gonna do the same thing. That's not how we conduct our business. But to make that short, that long story short, why do people that's close to people that's having a startup, why don't they support it like they should until it gets late?
So yeah, now that was the podcast was like an example, but this.
It could be anything.
Business, whatever, small business, stuff like that.
I feel like people don't support until it seems beneficial. Yeah. Because like I said, you get 20, 30,000 subscribers. Now you be known. So now they can tell people, oh, I know Brother Talk TV now, or they can post pictures and, get a little clout because the name is known. They don't want to help build the business, but they want to work there or own a piece of it. You ain't helped build nothing, but now that it's finished and you see the vision that we was trying to get you to see from jump. Yeah. Now you see it and now you're like, oh, okay, I get it. So I feel like people don't support till they feel like it's beneficial to them in some type of way, whatever way that may be. But at the end of the day, that is it's not right and it's not correct because, like you said, people don't want to reach back. Then they start trying to bring up old things like, oh man, I remember when y'all was doing it here. Now y'all got a whole building, office or whatever, and now, man, just let me clean up or something. Now you want to find things to be a part of the team when you could have been a part of it from jump. Yeah. So, I mean, that's just my take on it. And I feel like you said, and that could be anything, a business, a podcast, you could be streaming, anything. It could be anything until I think like you get up, they ain't gonna be there for you.
No, yeah, I think just to add on that too, I think that when people don't really support is because out of spite, jealousy, or just the simple fact that you had the courage to do something and they don't wanted to do it. They've been thinking about it, but they were so afraid. Oh, I don't want to be like this. I don't want people to judge me, stuff like that. It's they taking the initiative, saying, I don't care what nobody got to say. Yeah. I want to do this. I'm gonna go after it, regardless of the outcome. At the end of that, I can still say I put my all into. I did it. So, and some people it's just that, just go for it, bro. Support the people that's taking initiative on doing what they want to do and their goals and trying to reach their goals, aspirations. At the same time, support them because at the end of the day, even if you don't have the courage right now to do it, and you see somebody else do it, that might motivate you to go do it. And now you got somebody that you can collab with, work with, to build together. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. So the main thing we brought up these topics is because these are a lot of things we see a lot of people dealing with, or even like the support situation. A lot of these small companies, a lot of these small businesses around everywhere, not just in our city, in every city. A lot of people do not give them the support that they need. And it'd be their family members, be their friends. And then I see some businesses blow up, and then now everybody that wasn't supporting that I heard talk bad about them, or, oh, they're just doing this to try to see what they're going to happen, talking all this negative situation. And then when they get blow up, now they act like they was there from the beginning, like they was a loyal soldier, like they was there helping them build them brick by brick, and then they expect a handout. That's the first thing. They expect a handout. And if you say things, if they were to give them, oh, bro, here's $1,000, thanks for supporting. Now they're going to be like, oh, why the hell you didn't give me $5,000? I know you at least got $1 million. People are ungrateful and they're entitled people, and they don't even do the legwork to really to back up their claims of being owed more. Go ahead, boss man.
No, I'm sorry, I don't want to cut you off. But I was just gonna say though, and it's a common thing, like you were saying, that it's not just in our cities, everywhere. Because the common knowledge is that a stranger that you don't know, will more likely support you than somebody that you actually know that you could have been grew up with, you could have known your whole life, but they won't support you. But a random person, like, yeah, man, that seems like a good idea. I see what you're doing, and I like what you're doing, and I'm gonna support you. You know what I'm saying? So why I gotta be strangers? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You need to build that unity, that community with people that you know already. It shouldn't have to be outside of that community. Yeah, that's good too, but at the end of the day, the best support gonna come from the people that you love and they can actually be genuinely happy for you and happy to support you. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. But yeah, that's what we got for you guys today. This is Brother Talk TV. This is Brother Menfique, your favorite host, my co-host.
Jay, man, hey, listen, bro. Why you always gotta throw that in there? Your favorite host. Nobody says that.
Listen,
You assume it.
What's understood ain't gotta be said.
You
That's why
assume
they say
that.
it.
Listen. Anyways, go ahead, Lou.
Man, I'm Lou, but don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, whatever, all that other good jazz that they be saying. You know what I'm saying? We almost there to the giveaway. Don't forget, follow us on TikTok, Brother Talk TV. Yeah.
We out.
Let's go.